I really sat here for a while and I thought to myself, am I really going to make a full-length video talking about bullet bills? Yes, I am. Bullet bills are one of my favorite Mario enemies, and I don't know why. It's literally just a bullet with arms and eyes, but I find them so interesting, and it's just funny that they just keep appearing in Mario games, but also have different styles and different looks and different attributes to them. I mean, even some of them have different names. This is not a bullet, that's a Torpedo Ted. But what's the point of this video? Well, I was watching the Mario Wonder trailer, and I noticed soon as the trailer dropped so long ago, that we got a new bullet bill. Sound the bullet bill alarm. Like, look, I was so happy to see a new type of bullet bill in the form of this new rocket creature, and I think it's really cool, and so cool in fact, I just had this weird idea and mindset to go back and look at all the past bullet bills that we've gotten and how they've changed over the years, so that's what we're gonna do, back in time. So we start off with Super Mario Brothers, the bullet bill. That's about it. This is just a bullet bill. Like, they were pretty basic. They just had cannons and they shot out. They had arms and eyes and they just went in a straight line. There was nothing really special about them. And they were just kind of a basic enemy at the time, and one of the very first enemies to ever kind of appear in the Mario franchise. And then a couple years later, in Super Mario Bros. 3, they make a return. Yep, completely skipping Super Mario Bros. 2, so no, we can't jump on them and pick them up. But they work the exact same way as Super Mario Bros. 1, just shooting out of bullet bill cannons and blasting forward. In Super Mario Land, it takes a step back, removing the arms and the eyes, and just makes it more of a rocket-propelled bullet that flies in a straight line. Also, the cannon's able to pop in and out of pipes from the ground and shoot these rockets at Mario. These are more rockets than they are bullet bills, but at the same time, I guess you could put them under the bullet bill category. Super Mario World decides to finally add another type of bullet bill. They have the regular ones, of course, coming from the past games, but they also have a new underwater one, the Torpedo Ted. Yeah, it completely changed its name, too. Like, the BB is gone, it's the TT. That was terrible. The way the Torpedo Ted works is a little arm comes out of a machine in the wall and drops these torpedoes in the water, where they do have propellers to blast them forward in one direction. They also have arms and eyes, but their eyes are a lot creepier looking with that smiley mouth, too. Then they were also like, hey, we put a mouth on a Torpedo Ted, let's put one on a bullet bill and just make it huge. Yep, introducing the Bonsai Bill, a gigantic bullet bill with no arms, indeed, just a big mouth that would fly at you from the side of the screen when you don't even expect it. It just flies in and is so close to hitting you every time. Super Mario Land 2 introduced the actual bullet bill now instead of the rocket one they did in the first game, and it also has teeth that's smiling, so you can see that tradition is continuing, this time with no arms, just a smile. Also, the cannons are very long and weird in this game. Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels takes the classic approach to the bullet bill, but this time the arms swing back and forth as it shoots out of the cannon. Now jumping into the 3D things, we get this. Yeah, so they bring back the mouth. It looks a little weird in a 3D setting, that's for sure. I see why the mouth eventually gets taken off. He definitely looks a little derpy in this game. But the bullet bill also has a slightly different design. It doesn't have arms and it works differently. It actually now homes into Mario and tracks him, which is something that we won't see until the next installment for Mario. But also if it hits him, it'll just kind of fly away in the air, which is hilarious. On the same topic of derpy looking bullet bills, we have Super Mario Sunshine, where these things are literally the definition of derpy. They have googly eyes that kind of move back and forth in a weird way, and there's different types. There's black ones that just blow up on contact, there's yellow ones that actually shoot out coins, and then there's purple ones with a blinking nose that actually follows you like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Well, I guess you could say Rudolph the Red-Nosed Rocket. But these bullet bills are pretty interesting, and they have a completely different look than the ones we've seen so far. Once again, no arms, but a smiling face, once again, and the googly eyes, which makes them look completely different. We go back to the 2D games with New Super Mario Bros. DS, which actually has the basic bullet bill design that we see today. No mouth, just eyes and some arms, and they shoot out of their cannons, but with a unique animation now. They actually kind of move and swivel left to right a little bit as if they're in a 3D plane, which is really cool and a great animation for the enemy. But also, Bonsai Bills are back, and they actually do full barrel rolls when they shoot out of the cannon, and they also still look the same, and they're going to continue this look with no arms and just a big mouth. Back to 3D, Nintendo can't decide what they want a bullet bill to do because, once again, the regular bullet bill in this game can home in on Mario and chase after him. This time when it's in his sights, it'll actually do a little spinning animation and glow with red eyes and follow Mario around until eventually Mario leads it into a wall or wherever it's going. But guess what returns, baby? Torpedo Ted. And this time they have new homing red eyes and they follow after Mario. They also have propellers, arms, and this creepy smile like they did in the past. But yeah, they just have those glowing eyes now, and they definitely look a lot creepier than they ever did before. And there's also not a hand reaching out into the water to drop them off. Yeah, it's actually just a launcher. Also, bonsai bills make a return in Super Mario Galaxy, and they work the same way they always do, just doing barrel rolls and spinning towards you, but in one straight line with a giant smile. Then we have New Super Mario Bros. Wii, which brings the bullet bills back the same way that New Super Mario Bros. DS did, giving them that cool animation in the 2D space where they kind of move left to right a little bit. And the bonsai bills make a return again, pretty much looking exactly the same, with a big smiley face, and they're doing barrel rolls in the air. But then something strange is added. Yep, the homing bills return, but this time they kind of glow a red hue. And they'll also have different looking sparks coming out from behind them when they change colors, kind of throwing you off not knowing which one is coming at you until the last second. And yep, that means we get homing bonsai bills too, even though they move in a very weird fashion. Instead of actually turning and following Mario, they kind of just move up or down, but still going in the same direction. And they will also glow and blink red and black as well. Next up, we have Super Mario Galaxy 2, which the bullet bills work in the same vein, where some of them just go forward, some of them actually spin and glow red and track after Mario. Oh yeah, and Yoshi can actually eat these bullet bills and spit them back out at his enemies. And the bonsai bills make a return in Super Mario Galaxy 2. Super Mario 3D Land said, let's take the bullet bill and slap a tail on it. Yes, they literally put Tanuki tails on the bullet bills, which when they flew toward you, they actually could spin around like Mario does with his Tanuki suit and smack you with their tails. It was a bizarre thing for sure, but yet I kind of like it. New Super Mario Bros. 2 had bullet bills once again, and they work the same way they do in all the 2D Mario games, or at least the new ones, where they kind of rock left to right a little bit. And of course, the bonsai bill returns again, doing his little barrel rolls with his big ol' smile. Also, I don't know if this counts, I just threw it in there. They can also all turn gold and leave a trail of coins behind them if you get the gold ring in New Super Mario Bros. 2, but that's just the whole premise of the entire game, so I don't know if that counts. Then we jump into the latest New Super Mario Bros. Game with New Super Mario Bros. U, which actually has just regular bullet bills, once again doing their every now and then spin, also with occasional shifting left and right. We also have Torpedo Teds in this game, which actually function very similar. They still hold their torpedo shape with their arms, propellers, and their slanted eyes with big teethy smiles. And they just kind of go in a straight line, also being let go by hands coming out of the machines in the wall, just like they did in Super Mario World. They can also do the occasional barrel roll, but nope, they don't home in on the bros, at least not these ones. Yep, because there's red ones that actually home into you, but they'll do this quick cool maneuver where they'll actually do a quick pivot spin, where they'll turn around real quick and follow you in a straight direction. Instead of just following you smoothly, they do quick turns and pivots. Then Nintendo said, we went big, but what if we went bigger? Introducing King Bill. Yep, this is King Bill, a massive, humongous bullet bill. It even has a different design altogether. It has big puffy cheeks, it's a lot thicker, different eyes that actually look a lot different, a creepy teeth smile, yep, and it glows this orange-red heat from it, as if it's just super hot. Yep, and they can even go straight down from the sky, straight up from below the screen, to the left of the screen, to the right of the screen, and they move pretty daggone fast. These things are insane, but we really haven't seen them return in any way. Now back to the 3D side of things, yep, we see the Bonsai Bill and Bullet Bill return in Super Mario 3D Land, which acts exactly the same way. Mario 3D World has both Bullet Bills and Bonsai Bills, but this time, some of the Bullet Bills actually sport some cat ears and a cat tail, which act as homing bills. That's it. I don't know why they had to give them a cat outfit in order for them to just home in on Mario instead of just making them red ones. Weird decision for sure, but you know what, it is what it is. But it also gives them new white bellies as well underneath. Super Mario Run, yes, the phone app actually does have bullet bills as well, and it has red homing ones that work a lot different. Since you're always moving forward, they can't really just follow you, it really wouldn't make sense, so they'll slightly move up or down by still going in the same direction, and then they'll just blast forward. Once again, on the episode of Nintendo Can't Make Up Their Mind, we have bullet bills in Super Mario Odyssey that follow you. Yep, that just straight up follow you. They're not red, they're not really homing bills, they're regular bullet bills, but they can just follow you in this game. But of course, Mario can actually transform into one and actually turn into Bullet Bill Mario himself and fly around, also have a little bit of a speed boost and go wherever he wants. Once again, I think this is where my love for bullet bills really peaked, because seeing bullet bills was always cool, but actually being able to control one and kind of drift in the air and move really fast around obstacles is amazing. I actually really wish there was a Bullet Bill spin-off game. Nope, I'm not talking about the Flash game, but you can actually have something like that. Just imagine that in a 3D space. Mario Odyssey also has bonsai bills that you can control and pretty much do the exact same thing with. They're just big, massive, and can break through most blocks. And for the Mario Maker games, you also of course have bullet bills from each of those past games as well, including a brand new bullet bill suit that Mario can wear, and he can pretty much just ignite it whenever he wants as he slowly falls down towards the ground. But also, most of the homing bills within Mario Maker 1 and 2 actually are red now. So yeah, they're just red, so that way you can tell what is a homing bill and what's not. That should be like the future criteria for homing bills. It just makes sense. You also have bonsai bills in Mario Maker, and the red ones actually follow you in a path, which is really unique in Super Mario Maker. It's very slow and very laggy compared to the way Mario moves, but you also have some unique ones in the Mario 3D World theme, where they can actually be placed in the background and shoot towards you in kind of a 3D plane style, which is really cool. And the homing ones are cats. I also feel like in Mario Maker, the design of the bonsai bills are a lot stubbier and like squished together, if it makes sense. I don't know, maybe it's just me, they just look stockier and shorter. And in Bowser's Fury, you have cat bullet bills once again that kind of home into you like homing bills, and you have regular bullet bills, just your basic. Oh, you thought we were done? Nah, there's still some other games with bullet bills. Will we hit every single one? Probably not. There's probably some small cameos they were in. But let's talk about Paper Mario. They were in Paper Mario 64 and the Thousand Year Door, where they would just take their turn by just ramming into you. They'd ram into you and just die. That's it. But to wipe them from the overworld, you actually had to fight the cannon. And the cannon would shoot out a bullet bill and it would just float in front of it until it's its turn to ram into you, which is hilarious. They also have their arms and their eyes, but their arms are a little bit more muscular than normal. But yeah, it's definitely a wacky enemy for Paper Mario because their literal attack is just ramming into you with a suicide bomb, but the cannons are super strong in these games. Since Mario Kart DS, we've been seeing the bullet bill item be in that game for a very long time, where it just transforms the driver into a bullet bill with two arms on the side as it auto follows the entire track for a while until eventually dropping you off. Also, Airship Fortress from Mario Kart DS shoots bonsai bills at you as you're driving forward. Rest in peace, Airship Fortress, you will be missed. Also, we've had bullet bill carts in Mario Kart, like the Bullet Bike from Mario Kart Wii. Shoot, bullet bills have been in even all of the Mario Party games for the most part, with different mini games having bullet bills reign after the players. Some that definitely take off the design from Mario 64. Some from the GameCube era, even though they don't look like the ones from Super Mario Sunshine, they're their brand new design. And yep, that does not exclude bonsai bills from being in play as well. Even on the Game Boy, Mario Party Advance also included bullet bills. Jumping into the Wii Mario Parties, where we start to see the modern look for bullet bills that we've seen in the new Super Mario Bros. Games and some of the 3D titles, like Mario 3D World and Mario Galaxy. And that even includes the red homing bills also make a return in Mario Party. There's even one game, I believe, in Mario Party 8 where you drive a bullet bill like a car, very much like Super Mario Odyssey. And then we get into some of the modern ones with the HD Mario Parties from Mario Party 9, 10, and some of the extra ones on Wii U and Switch, where yep, you get your final versions. Yoshi's Island even had bullet bills, which even changed the color of them and the cannon launcher, which made them green and slightly different than what we're used to. Huge shout out to Infinity Star on YouTube for posting a random clip of them getting hit by a bullet bill in Yoshi's Island on Nintendo Switch Online for some reason. Yoshi's Woolly World had bullet launchers and bullet bills as well, which you could actually cover in yarn to prevent them from shooting bullets, but the bullet bills look pretty much the same that we always expected them to look like. Yes, even in the Mario sports games like Mario Super Sluggers, there were bullet bills that you could hit. I think even like Mario Golf had bullet bill items like World Tour. Lots of bullet bills everywhere. Shoot, Bowser's Special in Super Sluggers was a bullet bill, and I think even Strikers has bullet bill items. Yes, Mario RPG even had a bullet bill enemy, but I saved the best bullet bill for last. And that's Sniper Bill from Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga. No, I'm not kidding. This is an actual enemy in the game, and the design is insane. It is a Bullet Bill with tan arms this time around and gloves on that actually has a super scope sniper that shoots out a mini Bullet Bill. It shoots out the mini Bullet Bill and then follows its attack with itself in order to ram you. Also notice if you hit it and it runs back to its spot, it has legs. Yes, little legs with blue shoes. But there's even more because the Super Mario Bros. Movie not only had Bullet Bills, but it also had a Bonsai Bill at the end, which also chased and followed after Mario like a homing bill. So yeah, there's so many Bullet Bills. Shoot, if I wanted to keep on going, Cabula, a boss from Kirby, actually shoots out Bullet Bills or things that look like Bullet Bills. It's crazy. It just keeps on going. It's a big hole. If we were to name exactly every single game, there'd still be so many more. But my point is, we're getting a new Bullet Bill and it's exciting because it's a new type as well. Because it shoots some type of missile this time around. It's a long skinny missile or even rocket. It definitely looks like a rocket because of the fins at the end, but it has teeth and a smile, kind of more just of an open mouth and a slanted eye again, and his arms are there, so it's still a Bullet Bill, but what is it? We have Bullet Bill, Torpedo Ted. Maybe this is something like Rocky Rocket or Roger Rocket, something like that. I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below your crazy brand new Bullet Bill name. But the only difference looks like this time is a lot of them are falling down at an angle from the sky like they're being shot off like a rocket. They're not exploding on the ground, but they are coming down at an angle with colored foam, mist, or smoke coming out of the engine. It's a really cool looking Bullet Bill. I really love it and the sparkle that it has on it, like it's some type of wonder effect. It looks like it is due to a wonder flower, so I can't wait to actually play this game and check out these Bullet Bills. Also, it looks like you can be able to walk on these things. It looks like Yoshi actually steps on it and it kind of changes its trajectory and starts breaking down. But yes, let me know in the comments down below your crazy new Bullet Bill name, and let me know if you really enjoyed this history through Bullet Bills. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe to stay up to date on all things Mario Wonder and Nintendo in general. And like always, I'll see you all on the next one. See ya, guys.